Hello friends, so today we are going to see about the stone masonry. So in the previous lecture we have seen what is meant by brick masonry. So the construction of wall which is done by using the bricks is known as brick masonry, and stone masonry is nothing but the construction of wall which is done by using stones is nothing but stone masonry we can call. Okay. So today we are going to see this, and this is in the subject of building construction. Uh, So today we'll see what is meant by stone masonry and what is the classification of stone masonry. What are the classification? What are the points to be discussed in the stone masonry? We are going to see today in today's video. So first classification. So basically, the classification of stone masonry is done in two main types. So one is rubble masonry and second is ashlar masonry. Okay. So first is rubble masonry. So this is rubble masonry. So first type is rubble masonry, and of rubble masonry, random rubble masonry is the type. Random rubble masonry is the sub-classification of rubble masonry. Okay. So random rubble masonry. So first of all, we'll discuss about what is meant by rubble masonry. So rubble masonry is nothing but the blocks of stones that are used are either undressed or comparatively roughly dressed. Okay. The masonry has wide joints since stones of irregular size are used in this construction. Rubble masonry may be out of the following. Means there are different types. So first we are going to see the random rubble masonry. First type of rubble masonry is random rubble masonry. Here in these two types, so first is coarse random rubble masonry wall, and in the second image you can see that is uncoursed random rubble masonry wall. So what is mean by, first we'll see what is mean by coarse rubble masonry. Coarse means, we have discussed in the previous lecture in the first or second video I hope. So in the what is mean by coarse? So coarse is nothing but in the sequence. So what we are doing, we are constructing a wall. So coarse is a horizontal layer of masonry unit. Coarse is nothing but a horizontal layer of masonry unit. Thus, in stone masonry, the thickness of the coarse will be equal to height of the stone plus thickness of one mortar joint. Here you can see. So this is the stones. These are the stone masonry wall. Suppose this is the elevation and this is the cross section. This is the plan. So in elevation we can understand what is meant by coarse. So this is the horizontal joint. There in this wall, in this elevation, you can see the bottom layer, bottom surface, number one horizontal joint, number two horizontal joints, and the top surface, or it is continued. So in this you can see three courses are there. In this you can see three courses are there. So number one course, number two course, and number three course. So considering the joint thickness, the course is there. So this is first course, this is second course, considering two stones, because the horizontal joint continues till the end. So this is about the random rubble coarse masonry. So the stones which we have used is roughly dressed or undressed stones we have used in this masonry work. Okay, so that's why this is called as a random rubble coarse masonry. So why it is called as a coarse masonry? Because the arrangement of stones are done in horizontal systematic layer. So this is about the random rubble coarse masonry. Okay. So here you can see in this second image uncoursed random rubble wall. So in this what happens? The stones are same. So same stones we are using here. The same stones which we have used in the coarse random rubble masonry, we are using in the uncoursed random rubble masonry wall. But what is the difference? The arrangement of the stone is not in the horizontal layer. Arrangement of the stone is not in the horizontal layer. So that's why it is not an coarse masonry. So that's why it is called as an uncoursed random rubble masonry. Okay. So this is the boundary you can see here. Bander, this stone we can say this is called as a bander. So here you can see in the plan also the boundary is there. So to purpose bonding purpose we are inserting the stones, long stone length, having a more length stone we are inserting in the uh, thickness. Okay, so this is about the uncoarse random rubble masonry. So before going to, so this is the elevation of these two types. So what is mean by random rubble uncoarse masonry? So this is the roughest and cheapest form of stone masonry work. Okay, in this type the masonry, the stones are of widely different sizes. The same sizes stones are not there. So each size of the stone is different. Different size of stones are used. Different size of stones are used in this type. Since the stones are not uniform size and shape, greater care and integrity have to be exercised in arranging them in such a way that they adequately distribute the pressure over the maximum area, and at the same time long continuous vertical joints are avoided. Okay, so see, in any type of masonry work, the different sizes of stones are there. So we have to avoid the vertical joints, whether it may be brick masonry or whether it may be stone masonry. So in this we have to avoid the vertical joints, continuous vertical joints. Okay, for larger distance. So this is about the uncoarse random rubble masonry. And what is for stone uncoarse rubble masonry? So the method of construction is the same as we have seen for uncoarse masonry, that the work is roughly leveled up to form courses varying from 30 to 45 centimeter thick. Okay, so here courses vary from 30 to 45 centimeter. So it is a general number, I can say. It can vary. So 30 centimeter to 45 centimeter courses are there. In the layer 30 to 45 centimeter layer, the stones masonry is done and a horizontal band is there between the two courses. Horizontal joint is there between the two courses. We can say it is a band also. Okay. So this is about the coarse rubble masonry, random rubble coarse masonry and random rubble uncoarse masonry. So now we'll discuss about the square rubble masonry. Square rubble uncoarse masonry first we'll see. So second type is square rubble masonry of rubble masonry. So first we have discussed about the random rubble and next is square. So square rubble masonry means what? So the stones which we are using for the construction of wall are roughly dressed, or we can say it is dressed stones are there. Dressed stones are there. Okay. So square rubble masonry uses stones having straight bed and sides. So bed and sides are straight. Okay, the stones are usually squared and brought to hammer dressed or straight cut finish, is there. So in uncoarse square rubble masonry, sometimes it is known as also square snacked rubble masonry. The stones with straight edges and sides are available in different sizes, different sizes or heights. They are arranged on the face of several irregular patterns. Good appearance can be achieved by using risers. Okay, so what is the basic difference? What is the basic difference in this is, so here you can see the bed and the sides are straight in straight lines. Okay, so it is hammer dressed stones. Hammer dressed square stones are there. And even in this also we have to avoid the vertical joints. And even in this also we have to avoid the vertical joints. So why it is named as an uncoarse? Why it is named as an uncoarse? Because you can see that nowhere the horizontal joint is completed throughout the end of this span of the wall. Okay, nowhere the horizontal joint is completed. So here it starts to joint which starts here, continues here, and it breaks here. So no horizontal joint is continued. Okay, that's why this is uncoarse square rubble masonry. Why it is called as a square? Because it is hammerly dressed. Beds and sides are straight lines. That's why it is called as an square rubble uncoarse masonry. Second is square rubble coarse masonry. So here you can see same construction method is there. Here stones which we are using are hammerly dressed. So bed and the sides are in straight lines. But here you can see what is the difference in uncoarse and coarse. So here the joint is started here and it is going on continue to the end of the wall. it goes and continue to the end of the wall. So this is the first course, and the sizes of stones are different. Here the size of stone is different, here the size of stone is different, but the joint is continued here. The joint is continued till the end of the wall. That's why it is called as an square rubble coarse masonry. Stones are square in shape and the joint is continued till the end of the span of the wall. That's why it is called as a coarse square rubble coarse masonry. Square rubble coarse masonry. You can see the plan here. So arrangement of stones in the wall. Okay. Even you can see the section here. So here one throughout the thickness of the wall here one stone is there. So this stone is called as a through stone. This stone is called as a through stone. The stone is called as a through stone. Okay, this stone is called as a through stone because throughout the thickness the single stone is there. Single stone is there, and it is to give the strength to the wall. It is to give the strength to the wall. It is provided in between the section. So this is about the square rubble coarse masonry. Now next is dry rubble masonry. Next is dry rubble masonry. What is mean by dry rubble masonry? So in this image you can see the arrangement of stones is there. So here no proper arrangement, no joint is there. Okay, no single joint is there in this. So here you can see the arrangement of stones is laid like a retaining wall. Okay, simply one another each the stones are kept. So the image represents like that. Okay, so what is mean by dry rubble masonry? Where it is used generally? So dry rubble masonry is that rubble masonry made of courses in which the mortar is not used in the joints. Mortar is not used in the joints. So here you can't see anywhere the joint mortar joint here. Okay, mortar is not. This type of construction is cheapest and requires more skills in construction. This may be used for non-load bearing walls such as compound wall, etc. Okay, generally skilled labor is required in this because joint is not there. Because joint is not there present in this type of masonry work, stone masonry work. Skilled labor is required because the arrangement of stone should be done very carefully. Arrangement of stone should be done very carefully so that it can withstand the load. Okay. So generally this is used for non-load bearing structures, non-load bearing walls, and this is generally used for compound walls. So this is about the dry rubble masonry. Next is polygonal rubble masonry. Polygonal rubble masonry. So again it is type of stone masonry. So what is in this again this is classified into two groups, close peaked and rough peaked. So what is the difference? So in this type of stones, the stones are hammered finished and face to irregular polygonal shape. So if you can see the stone, so shape is like polygon. So 5 edges are there. So it looks like a polygon shape. It looks like a polygonal shape. Okay, so it looks like a polygonal shape. The stone's shape looks like in the elevation. It looks like a polygon. Okay, that's why it is called as a polygonal rubble masonry. Now what is the difference? Two types of polygonal walling may be there. So here you can see one is close peaked and second is rough peaked polygonal rubble masonry. Roughly peaked polygonal rubble masonry. So roughly shaped resulting in only rough fitting. So roughly stones are taken from the head and used for construction. No tracing is done for the stones. Okay, that is called as a rough peaked polygonal rubble masonry. Such a work is known as rough peaked polygonal work. In second type, the face of the stones are more carefully formed so that they fit more closely. Such a work is known as close peaked polygonal rubble masonry. So here you can see the joint is very much less. The thickness of the joint is less. And here in this image you can see rough peaked polygonal, thickness of the joint is more. So that's why here you can see the thickness is more and here the thickness is less. So these are the two types of polygonal rubble masonry. So basically you have to remember that in polygonal rubble masonry stones are having in the elevation looks like polygon. Okay, so this is the main definition you can say for the polygonal rubble masonry, and it is randomly used. So next is ashlar fine tooled. We'll see in the next video. We'll see this in the next video. Ashlar masonry we'll see in the next video. So today we have seen today we have discussed about the random rubble masonry, that is coarse random rubble and uncoarse random rubble masonry. Square rubble masonry is square rubber uncoarse masonry, square rubble coarse masonry. So dry rubble masonry we have also discussed, and last one is the polygonal rubble masonry. So this is the first classification of stone masonry, that is rubble masonry. So these are the types of rubble masonry we have seen today. Okay. So in next video we'll discuss about the second type or second classification of rubber. Second classification of stone masonry is ashlar masonry. We'll discuss in the next video. Thank you.